It's the day after St. Patty's.
Oh, it's the day after St. Patrick's Day. All my Irish blood is full of liquor and booze, and no more good luck until next year. I have to go back to the Shire and have a rest. Whoopity baba boo. It's dudes and
Cue it.
brews on the porch.
Yeah, cue it.
You're about to hear the greatest show of your life.
Dude.
Dudes with brews on a porch with Rob and Drew.
Dissect that wherever that person was from.
Yeah.
Now, I guess.
They're back. The leprechaun is gone, and it didn't have much to say because it's in a drunken stupor yet from St. Patrick's Day, which was yesterday. It's Dudes with Brews on a Porch. His name is Rob. My name is Drew. We drink beer. We talk about things, and we talk about stuff. And that's the gist. All right? You got it?
Did I cut off the intro really early on this one?
No, you're good.
I heard a bunch of gidgety goos and I was like, maybe there's nothing to.
No, you're good. You're good. You appropriately landed it.
Okay.
I am drinking from Fifth Ward Brewing Company in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Can't really get this beer. You can get it throughout the state of Wisconsin. The Mexican Hot Chocolate Job. So this is one of the delicious barrel-aged imperial stouts that I've been very fond of lately. It has aged on cocoa nibs, ancho, guajillo, and pasilla chiles, or chilies, however you want to say it. There's cinnamon sticks and vanilla bean on it. It is 15.1 ABV, 53 on the IBUs, and a new metric is going to be introduced into the world of Dudes with Brews on a Porch, in which Robert might make fun of me a little bit. 6 points on Weight Watchers.
Oh. Oh. What are you doing?
Weight Watchers. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, but you've been doing that your whole life.
Yep, you're right. But I'm trying to hold myself accountable a little bit more, and I'm getting a
More accountable, you say? More accountable than you've been?
Yep.
Jesus, it's a full-time job.
Yeah.
6 on the Weight Watchers. Okay.
I think.
What does that mean?
Six.
Is that caloric? Is that like fluid ounces divided by caloric intake divided by hoppy wheat Chile
Maybe.
powder?
Could be.
And then they come up with an algorithm and they roll a dice and they go, it's a 6.
Yep, something like that. We'll talk about it a little bit more in a little bit, and you can make fun of me all you want. I have a story with it in which my wife recently assaulted me. All
right, I can't wait to hear that.
It's because of
Yeah.
Weight Watchers I was assaulted. But let's look at this. Let's look at this divine beauty. It is dark, and you can smell it from. You can just smell it from a mere foot and a half away, which is amazing. Now,
Is it a sweet smell or is it a chill? Is it a spicy?
it's got the little bit of the bourbon smell, the barrel age. I don't know. It smells good.
How does it taste?
So now it's got like the cinnamon on the up front, but on the the back bite, there's a little bit of spice, a little bit of punch to it. I normally am not a guy who gravitates towards the drinks that are associated with any kind of pepper or spice because I don't really know the logic behind a spicy drink. It just seems like it's kind of an oxymoron. It seems like it's counterproductive.
You're not a michelada guy?
I don't know what that means, but no, probably not.
It's a spicy. I've had a couple of them. They're never good to me. Same thing with a Bloody Mary. I'm not a Bloody Mary guy. I feel like
Hate
I've
Bloody
had too many
Marys.
that were too spicy.
The spice is more prevalent on that second sip. It depends
Yeah.
how much you get, but it's balanced out because of
Why don't you take a big chug for
because
us?
of the cinnamon. You get a little bit of the vanilla on it, but you definitely can taste. No, you definitely can taste. You can taste all of it. One doesn't overpower the other. They blend well together. It's like
It's like
a happy polygamous relationship in which they all complement each other and they all come together as one for your sipping pleasure.
I thought you were gonna say it's like America, melting pot.
Yeah, I mean theoretically on paper that's what it's supposed to be, right? But we know the reality of it. It's one of the most divided countries in the world.
Yeah, but that means all the flavors are still prevalent in the same area.
Well, we're looking to blend the
But
flavors,
these flavors mix better. That's what you're saying.
I
Okay.
guess. This one isn't full of hateful conservatives.
Yeah. Vanilla's not taking over the whole thing?
Thankfully not.
Okay, that's enough of that.
Those are some zings right there, and I appreciate it, Rob. So that's hot Mexican hot chocolate job. They have a hot chocolate job. They have a bunch of them. They're delicious. I love them. You are drinking, and 'tis the season for it. We are in the spring training aspect of the MLB. The Brewers doing their little preseason, if you will, in Arizona. You can watch some of the games, and what better than to get into that baseball mind? You know, picture this, all right? Warm day, a little bit of a wind. You know, it's 85 degrees, but you got that breeze to like carry through your body into your undercarriage, just so like your nuts aren't like super sticky, because that's uncomfortable, right? And you go, you know what? I'm gonna go to the ball game. You get there, you buy your peanuts, your Cracker Jacks, and what else could you possibly need? Well, you would need the baseball lager from Highland Park Brewery. 5% ABV, a light, easy drinking lager that's both refreshingly crisp and crushable. Clean lager, fermentatino, I don't know what the fuck that means. Profile with subtle herbal, lemony, hot hop aromas. The perfect beer to drink while watching a Dodgers game. I would argue probably the perfect beer to watch while the Milwaukee Brewers are playing. But since it's made in Los Angeles, California, makes a little sense for you to be cheering on for the LA Dodgers. Now, does this remind you of summer? Does it remind you of spring? What does it remind you of? It looks like it is.
This is a light, crisp looking beer.
It is
It's very
very light looking.
I mean-
It's about, if I were to urinate that color, I would say I need to drink a little bit more water, but not much.
but I'm okay. I'm not rushing to get water if
Right.
this comes out of me.
I'm somewhat
I agree.
hydrated.
You're on the cusp, you know? I mean, if you get this in the morning, then you're looking pretty good for the day. That's the
Oh
way I
yeah,
look at it.
hell yeah. I would agree.
Uh, but now that we've compared the beer to piss, let's take a whiff of it. You can smell the lemon, like that.
Like that fresh urinal cake.
Yeah, it's yeah. I really wish I could remember what the name of the company that makes every urinal cake on the planet is, but I can't. So just add that in your own minds, listeners, and laugh at my hilarity.
Right. Haha.
Yeah. Insert funny thing here, and then you can think of me what you wish. Let me take a drink of this.
Audible sigh.
Oh, damn, that's good. That is a good outdoor, like it's very crisp with like the you can taste the citra, or I don't know if it's citra hops, but it's that lemony flavor comes through. Honestly, doesn't have a big lager taste to it, which is okay with me. I don't like lagers that are overly lager, if that makes sense. There's some that are so on the nose, a lager that it's just to me, I go, I can get this with anything. I want something a little different. This is a little different. It's definitely lighter, and it's definitely a beer that would go great with some sunshine,
Yeah.
and any outdoor activity really. But you know, this is a good on the back of the boat beer.
Excellent. I like that. Well, Rob, a couple things I want to talk about. Okay, so I guess where would you like to start? Would you like to start with my Weight Watchers journey, or would you like to discuss some brew news?
Let's get brew news out of the way.
All right. There is a beer that is coming out on National Beer Day, which is April 7th, I believe. One of the companies that we've had on the show before, New Belgium Brewery, is teaming up with the one and only Tombstone Frozen Pizza. I don't know about you, but I have spent many a night partying, and then I've ended it with a nightcap of a beer and a fucking frozen pizza. I mean,
Full pizza.
the full one. You got to eat
Tombstones,
it.
you don't share a tombstone.
Right.
Not at the end of your life, and not with the
Ever.
pizza that puts you there.
Exactly. You so what better way to celebrate, like, you know, when you think of perfect combinations, we think of peanut butter, jelly, we think of macaroni, cheese. We think of lamb and tuna fish. I think this, you know, pizza and beer is just like, it just makes sense, you know?
Match made in heaven.
So Voodoo Ranger, it's gonna New Belgium. They're releasing a new Voodoo Ranger variant. Voodoo
Oh,
Ranger,
is Voodoo Ranger is New Belgium?
yes,
I feel like I should know that, but I never put two and two together on that one.
that's okay. I like
I'm really showing how little I pay attention to things in the last few episodes, I feel like.
I like Voodoo Ranger. They're more New Belgium. Voodoo Ranger is kind of on the cusp of a commercial craft beer. You know,
I feel like Voodoo Ranger especially is like the upfront, because New Belgium also does Fat Tire
Tire.
or something, right?
yeah,
And it's like you don't hear people like you can get that just about anywhere, but people talk about Voodoo Ranger
right. It's
as
good.
if it's its own thing, you know, like
And it kind of is.
that's I honestly thought it was like when you look at those cans, I'm not seeing New Belgium, you see Voodoo Ranger,
right.
and then there's different kinds of Voodoo Ranger, so
Well, they're
it's,
releasing the new one, the Voodoo Ranger Tombstone Pizza, or Pizza A. That's right. They're joining forces to take pizza and beer to the next level. And it's a 7% ABV slice of heaven that delivers flavors of Tombstone's crispy crust, tangy tomato sauce, and savory herbs and spices into an ice-cold beer. The finishing pepperoni kick of heat that will make you reach for another slice or another pint. So I entered to win a 4-pack of this. I think you should as well. Because I live in Wisconsin and Wisconsin has stupid fucking rules, you can't ship beer to Wisconsin. You used to be able to. You can't anymore. California, I don't think that's a problem. I don't know. Maybe it is. But
where is New Belgium out of? Massachusetts?
Colorado.
Colorado. Why did I think
believe.
Massachusetts? What is
But these will be hitting the shelves in April. A 4-pack is going to run $50, which is kind of expensive. It better be a good for a 7%
once in a
beer.
lifetime.
You're right.
Once in a lifetime.
And I'm going to do my damnedest to try to get it. I would, Rob.
I'll try and get it too.
I was going to say I would even be willing to give you the $50 to.
No.
Good.
You can give me 25. I'll send you one beer.
Right. But I wanted to get your opinions on it. Is this too cartoony, too corny of a concept, or is it the right amount of gimmick with, you know, the good amount of idea that just might pull.
Can I tell
come
you my
together.
honest opinion on this?
Yes, absolutely. I didn't
I think
make
this
it.
beer. I think this beer is going to be terrible. I think they know it's going to be terrible. That's why it's $50 for a 4 pack on a limited release. They want people to buy it on the limited release idea. They're going to get all their money and laugh their way to the bank while we drink a beer that is a great idea to try, but I don't know how you can execute. Now, that's the cynic in me. I still want to drink it. I'll
Yeah,
still pay the 12.50.
12.50 a can.
Uh, yeah, I'll still pay the 12.50. I mean, that's not even that much of a markup on in turn. It's shipping costs and all that stuff that add to it, but that's just that's my gut instinct. But when you hear the breakdown of it, the crust and the herbs and I want to try this beer
Yeah, me too.
because imagine if this beer tastes like a slice of pizza,
Hmm. That'd be
and it's
awesome.
like it would be
And
so good.
now into to transition into my current life, a slice of pizza upwards of 11 points.
Yeah, here we go. This is
Where
where we get to break down the life hack that is Weight Watchers pizza eating.
where this beer might the standard IPA around 7 or 8. So I'm saving some points.
You're netting 3 points. So
Yeah.
you can use that for a scoop of low non-fat ice cream
Mhm.
later.
Yeah. Great.
I mean, it's it's not about saving points. It's about where you can use them later.
I think
That's how
that's
Weight Watchers works. You get 25 points a day, right?
I get 36. It depends on your
36? Jeez. Okay. Well, I thought this was Weight Watchers.
wow.
I know nothing about Weight Watchers. Can we just add that in there real quick?
I get 36 and the more you lose the less you get then. But
Oh, really? The
yeah.
more you lose, the less points you get. So you're bringing yourself down.
Mhm.
Can I use reverse Weight Watchers? Because I'm supposed to put 10 pounds on.
I think you just eat
Yeah, but I need numbers to tell
whatever
me
you
that I'm doing
want.
it.
112.
But my doctor also said that I need to eat better, which is probably going to garner for weight loss, and I'll go back down to my 155.
You could just
I'm up
eat
to 160.
you could eat a lot of like cottage cheese. Like full fat
It's like
cottage cheese.
I'm not a cottage cheese guy though. That's the problem. I
Mm.
used to, when I went from 145 to 150, because
Mhm.
back when I was like 20, I
Five
was trying to
pounds.
I was trying to put on more, but I was 145. I look the same as I look now, only 50 take 15 pounds off of me, and that's what I look like. I was scrawny, terrible.
A scrawny terrible.
Yeah, the scrawny, terrible.
Now you're
And
just
what I
terrible.
did was I started drinking lattes with half and half instead of milk, and I put on 5 pounds that way.
Damn. Yeah.
That
Just
was a
liquefy
good,
some ice cream and just fucking drink
Yeah,
it.
yeah, I was also doing that. Like I was eating a half gallon of ice cream a day, vanilla, and I would let it get warm enough to where you could almost drink it. You know how you stir it and you get it to that perfect soft serve consistency,
Mm-hmm.
and it takes work. You got to put the work in to get it there. Uh, because especially if you're buying your Nature's Touch, your low end ice cream.
Right. Well,
Not that Nature's Touch is low end. I mean, that's great ice cream. Let's shout out to Quick Trip, but
but regardless, I joined it a week ago or so. Down 5 pounds already, which is awesome.
in a week.
Yep. Because, like, yeah, wild, huh? I'm still exercising, but it puts in a lot of perspective of like how horrible the food that I thought was relatively okay for me really is not. So
Oh yeah, they add labels that make things sound good for you. That was one of the things I had to talk to my doctor about, where it's like, well, I do, it's like I eat more vegetables than most people do. I like vegetables, and he's like, yeah, but okay, how are they being cooked? What
mm.
are they? Are they? It's like, do you count a tomato slice if it's on a Whopper? You know?
Yeah, Weight Watchers
Yeah,
would.
I absolutely count that as something worth, but it's like, so he just said, me, I got to go to, I think for me, it's more of a cholesterol issue.
Mm.
But I haven't gotten the lab work back or anything like that. But, uh, uh, yeah, so but he kind of was like, yeah, a lot of the things that seem like even eating vegan, you can eat vegan and it's still terrible for you in terms of cholesterol
Right.
and things like that. So,
Yeah, there's a lot of fat in vegan food. But so I get 36 points a day. You also get
I'm sorry, I keep derailing you
No, you're good.
because
you get
who I
allocated
am now.
28 weekly points as well. So if you go over, you can tap into that weekly bunch. And then if you work out, you record your workout and you gain more weeklies. I ended up with 44 weekly points last week. Didn't tap into them. I could have tapped into them, but my wife physically assaulted me, stopped me from tapping into them.
See, I thought you were going to go the other way with the assault. I thought that you were taking it so seriously that she assaulted you with a piece of pie. And
I
she's
wish.
like, just eat it.
No, she didn't. So
You used to love life.
she knew I was out of points for the day, right? This was on Saturday, I think. So the day before St. Patrick's Day, I had to do some work for the radio station, did the work. I went to the local Irish pub with the radio people, and there was a bunch of other people that I knew.
Is that the one? Is that the one by the name of the place that is what you're talking about?
Yes, yep.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I only drank 2 beers. I drank a Blue Moon, which was 7 points, and then I drank a Bud Light, which was 4, and then I went home, which is fine. I didn't want to really like party or anything like that, but I get back. I had 14 points left, right? So I ate the dinner that Carissa made. I ate 2 pieces of it that equated to the 14 points. It was delicious. I liked it. Jonah didn't eat his. So I pick a little piece up. I start to eat it. I start to direct it towards my mouth. And what happens? I feel a hand just fucking strike down on my hand. And I am told, no. As if I were a dog that urinated on the carpet and deserved to be hit in the face with a rolled up newspaper. You're out of points. Stop eating, you fat pile of shit, were the words that came out of her mouth. And then she said, you're a disgusting glutton, and if you want this marriage to last any further, you won't even think about shoving your fat fucking face with any other food. What a wild ride, huh? Till death do us part, she says. And then she body shames me, ridicules me, and assaults me.
That's because she wants your death to come way later so she can spend more time with you. It's out of love.
Most of that
Although I'm also realizing that the things that we hear are not the things that people say a lot of the time. I've been going through that.
She really did hit my hand and tell me no.
I saw the mark.
The rest of it was he said, she said type of
She
situation.
really just gave you a quick eye glance, and what you got out of it was, you disgusting fat fuck.
Right. Yeah. She's like, no, you can't have that. And there's plenty of 0-point food out there. I could eat grapes all day. I could eat fat-free cottage cheese all day. I can eat any fruits, veggies. I can eat salmon all day. I can eat tuna all day. There's a lot of things you can eat in 0 points. So that's kind of the beauty of it too. But man, that extra bite looked good. But she ridiculed me.
It's every parent's right to eat the leftovers of their children.
Yeah, you're right. But no.
But I will say this. This has me thinking. I like just tell me about it, what you think about this. Weight Watchers Fantasy League. So this last week, if I would have had you on my roster, you would have garnered me an extra 44 points because you did more exercise and didn't eat the extra food.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, it's your accumulated points that are left that you don't use.
Right.
So if you pick the wrong horse, you could go negative 50 points.
You could. You're right. And it's wild because like Culver's, the concrete mixers, a regular with the peanut butter cups, 52 points.
Oh boy, yeah. Don't talk about that because God, I want one.
So I mean, you could look
caramel in there.
I looked at it in a different lens. I was kind of like mad that she did that to me. I was just like, are you kidding me? But then you know what? She's keeping me accountable. She's making me.
You survived.
Yeah.
You're still here.
Here I am, 5 pounds lighter. Still look like a revolting blob, but I guess it's a little less.
Oh my God. Everybody around me Everybody around me is talking about how they eat too much and they look too fat.
I don't eat too much anymore because it gets forcefully removed from my hand if I
Yeah,
do.
yeah, yeah. You've got a filter. It's not your own, but
But
and
no, it's
here I
good.
am going. I need to gain weight and I can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
But I am up 5 pounds. Uh, according to the scale at the doctor's office.
Well, that's good. I have to get so there's that. There's that, you know. So I'm gonna enjoy this beer. All
I really
6
like
points
this
of
this
it.
fantasy Weight Watchers league.
It's
I
actually a
think
good idea.
if we could tap into the Weight Watchers app and just grab like the like get the whole list of people, and then you pick from your you pick this guy Chad Longington
Yeah.
in Boston. I mean, they have a massive shutdown on the streets that there's going to be a snowstorm. I don't think he's getting out to eat. He's got what he's got in his pantry. I'm going to put him in as a starter this week. I don't think it's going to be possible.
That's actually a
'Cause
really good idea. That is a
yeah,
good
that's what
idea.
I'm saying. It's we live in the world of in a world of reality TV and fantasy everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so when reality and fantasy can converge into the same thing,
Well,
who's not going to get on that?
how big's the roster? You pick like 5 people.
You get to pick 10 people,
All right.
and it goes for the week,
Yep.
and you get daily totals, and 5 of those people are on your bench. So you can swap out day by day. You've got 5 people that
Sure.
actually garner you points.
But you
But
could
10 people for the week that you actually get to choose from.
say like I mean, because I could be up, I could have those 44 weekly points, but then I'd make a stop at Culver's, and now I consumed 52 points of those, and they're gone. Now I'm in the
Yeah,
hole.
so you screwed whoever put you in for that week. But here's the beauty of it.
All right.
Weight Watchers has to be in on this because they will push you to start yourself
Yeah.
because you have control. Therefore, pushing you like, hey, if you want to beat your friend, the more you exercise and the less points you consume, the more points you create because in your weekly totals because of your exercise regimen, you're giving yourself a guaranteed 100 points every week, and you're getting more healthy in the meantime. It's
well,
a
you shouldn't
double.
just not eat, or you could eat. You could have a 0 point day completely and still
Just
be
says,
full.
yeah, you're eating salmon, you're eating you're breathing air. It's good.
I've been eating a lot of salmon lately.
Salmon's great. I love salmon.
Yeah, it's good. It's fine. But yeah, that's a glimpse of my
Let's
life,
get-
man.
Yeah, let's send an email out. We'll see if we can get a Dudes with Brews Weight Watchers
Promo code.
collaboration on a fantasy reality Weight Watchers app.
Yeah, I think that would be pretty swell. But
Do
though
you think that you would get vigilantes that would be like, I need to win this week, so they track down their Weight Watcher person that they have started, and they're assaulting them because they have a piece of food in their hand?
it could be.
I mean, you could be starting a Joker-esque free for all chaos society.
Yeah. You were merely born, or you merely live in the flub. I was born in it.
Yeah, nobody's picking you, Bane. No one trusts your Weight Watcher score.
Yeah, he's taking hella steroids. I mean,
Just like
look at
nobody's
him.
afraid of your voice.
Yeah. What an interesting approach, huh? Like, how long do
Yeah.
you think it took Tom Hardy to be like, this is what I want it to be like?
He like backed off of like the scariest it's like, you know what, I'm gonna go in a different direction with this one.
Eloquent British man. Hello. I don't know.
So
Kid screaming again.
can't hear it. Not on this end.
Good.
Yeah, I went to a few Irish pubs yesterday
All right.
for
I saw you there was a person doing the little Irish jig in the middle of the
Yeah,
room
yes.
on the video
Yeah.
you posted. Was it impressive or was it like, okay, we get it?
No, I mean, I always take the videos at the exact wrong moments, and then I post them because I get self-conscious about taking videos of things because I've grown up telling myself ever since cell phones and videos and cameras were always on our person. Uh, sorry. Um, I was always like, experience something in the moment.
Right.
Don't experience it through a screen on your phone that you're recording because then you could just watch somebody else's recording of it and save yourself the $15 cover charge. Uh,
$15.
or whatever,
Yeah.
like and you look like it's just like I have this negative connotation that I put on it myself, taking videos and stuff. So I shamedly, hurriedly take these videos and real quick and then like done, boom, post, don't even look at it. And then I look at it later and I'm like, well, that was, I got the intro of one of three, but after the intro, that's when they actually do their real steps. That's when like this is just their come out, go back. This is what's her name, give her a round. All right, and then
What's her
the
name?
music kind of kicks up, and then she comes back out and does like her actual routine. So that was and then I was looking at it really made me a little mad at Ireland 32's. That's the bar that we started at. Um, I was like, the person I went with, I was like, you've never been out on St. Patty's Day. Let's go out to some traditional Irish. Let's go see some Irish music. Let's like where it's like some ditties and some fiddles and some uh you know
Some ditties of the P variety.
people singing along and raising their pints up and I watched that video that I had with because as soon as that band came on with the fiddler, the whole place cleared out. It was like packed
Yeah.
for the first band, which was like kind of a rock band, and then it like cleared out for the fiddler band. And I was looking around. I was like, I'm happy that there's more room in here, but you people like this is what you came to this bar for. You can go to any bar, on St. Patty's Day if you want that other kind of music and whatever. We can't. I wanted to go to Irish pubs so that we could see this live act or something. I didn't know who was going to be there, but that they're going to do like an old traditional Irish band. And then I was looking at the video of that I took of when the guy was playing, and I was all into it. And it's just a bunch of just sad looking people, just slowly twirling to the music, or looking down. It's like these people.
They're just
This
like,
is, oh, you think you got a Guinness and a green shirt? Enjoy this. The man's up there with a green fiddle. He's playing Whiskey in the Jar, the original, not the
Metallica
not
cover.
not your Metallica version.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not covering Metallica. He's going back to the roots.
Yeah.
And it's like get in, hey, let's have a good time. Anyway, doesn't matter. Maybe whatever.
At the end, did
Drank
they
a-
play Kiss Me, I'm Shit Faced?
We didn't stay there, so who knows? But
Oh,
I don't think so.
no.
Doesn't seem like the repertoire of that particular band that was on the stage.
They
They
play
were
any
older
Pogues?
gentlemen. The Pogues?
Yeah, they play any Pogues?
No, they didn't play any Pogues. They were playing old Irish pub music,
Pogues
man.
is
Like
old.
old stuff. Not that old. The Pogues is 80s. Pogues 80s, right?
Yeah. That's a
Yeah,
long time ago, man.
Yeah, but we're talking like pub music from the 50s, the 40s, like back in the day, man. Like where the
50s
stuff
and 40s?
originated, the good stuff.
Why do you want good stuff?
Yeah, man. Like
From the 50s?
before they had electricity, like they like playing on a fiddle, man, and the whole bar gets into it, and they're
Do
singing their
they?
shanties
Arr.
anyway. Yeah, their pints in the air and the beers on the ground, and you're stomping your feet, and it's all good, and it's all love, and it's all St. Patrick's Day. I don't know what you want me to say.
Fuck that.
That's what I wanted to go out and have that experience.
Why?
Because that's what riles me up. That frosts my cookies, man. That bakes my biscuits.
1950s music?
1950s Irish pub music on St. Patty's Day. I don't want electricity. I want the fiddle. I want the old dude with sunglasses on the stand-up bass, and he's just you think he's dead, but his fingers are moving.
Yeah.
Which that's not what they did have an electric bass and all that, but you get what I'm saying, right? I mean
Yeah.
it's the old pub songs of yesteryear. That's what I wanted. That's a traditional way. So then we went to a place called Robin Hood's, which is more of a British theme, but it had I got some lamb stew. They had the special on for St.
Lamb
Patty's Day.
stew.
Yeah, yeah, with the potatoes, the carrots, and the whole
Oh
nine.
yeah, the everyday dish that is lamb stew. Ugh.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I got at the old fish and chips place when I went there too in Hollywood. There used to be a Irish traditional restaurant that had lamb stew. It was really good there. This one was not their bread and butter. It wasn't on their menu. It was a special, so I didn't think it was great. But it was worth it.
Mm-hmm.
My card didn't got declined even though there was money on it. So then I had the awkward thing
That's
of
embarrassing.
yeah, the person I was with had to pay. You
Is it who
know,
I thought
uh,
who I think it is?
yeah,
You,
yep.
you fucking loser.
Yeah, it was my female friend.
Yeah.
She was right there. She was trying to pay before I even put my card down, and I was like, "No, get that out of here. I
No,
got
babe,
this.
I got this.
I got this. Can I get the bigger lamb stew, please?"
Why did it get
Uh,
declined? Did you
I have
use
no
it?
idea.
Sometimes if you use it like at too many places in like a specific
I
amount
don't
of
know
time.
because I was paying cash for drinks at the place
Oh,
across the way. So I looked at my bank and sure enough, there's money in the account. The next place we went, I was able to buy the drinks there because I ran out of cash. So I was like, all right, it's time to and for the like today I went and I got some cookies from
so
Crumble.
do you have to like reiterate this then to her and be like, it was just a place.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah, absolutely.
everywhere
I
else.
showed her my bank account. I was like, look, I have the money's there. It's there. I can sell it to you right now. But she was, we're at the point where she's more than happy. She's like, hey, I can like get this. He's spent, she tries to balance that out. She's cool that way.
Mm-hmm.
She knows, hey, it's LA, it's an expensive town. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so but yeah, so we had that. I had another Guinness there. Then we went to another bar, no bar.
You drink Guinness.
That's all they had at these places. I mean, I could have gotten the red. They had a red ale
Yeah,
that I
man.
found out about
Get like a
at,
blood red or something.
which I wish I would have known, but I had already had three Guinnesses at that point. I didn't want to switch.
Is the plural of Guinness Guinea?
I think it's yeah, probably three Guinea. Can I get some Guinea? Now
Give
that
me
we're
a
sounding
Guinea.
Australian.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Guinea
Irish.
is definitely yeah.
Oh,
But
Guinea.
I did switch. I think I had a gin at No Bar, but I can't remember to tell you the truth. And then we ended the night at a sandwich shop called Chiba Hut, and I got a whiskey with one ice cube, and she got a vodka on the rocks.
Damn.
That was the night. Yeah, we
That's how
went
you ended with whiskey and vodka?
yeah.
Huh.
We might have had a drink after that, but I really can't remember.
This was yesterday?
If I did, I poured it out. I didn't drink all of it. It would have been a gin and tonic.
And this was yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Man, you feel like you look like you're in good shape.
I slept well.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good.
My day off. I took a nap today. I felt pretty shitty after the nap, but
Yeah.
um, and I forced myself to drink water. I'm not you when you eat and drink water, it's all. But I definitely woke up with a headache. I took an ibuprofen, which is a rarity for me. You know.
Yeah, I don't like the
Um,
ibuprofen either. I haven't like partied on a St. Patrick's Day in quite some time. I think really well one time this was like and this is fuck 12 years ago. I was in Alaska for a St. Patrick's Day. Had a fake ID. So actually this was 13 years ago. Had a fake ID from Wisconsin. I got into the local Irish bar there, right? It's packed to the gills, and we just couldn't get a drink. So we went somewhere else. The dude called out my fake ID and took it. He wouldn't give it back.
Oh.
He wouldn't give it back to me. So then we went back to where we were, and of course, now there's a bouncer at the door, and they're not letting me in. So it was a real bummer. And then I
Did
ended
you
up.
tell him that the guy at the other bar took your ID?
The other guy took it. Oh, and it was funny because like it was like a photocopy of my original ID, and then the guy's like, "I'm from Wisconsin. IDs don't look like this," and I want to be like, "Actually, yes, they do."
When were you there last, sir?
Right. Yeah.
Things change.
Right. So
It's not always. We're not all in Alaska where it stays the same forever, except for the fact that it's melting. That's happening up there, right?
I don't know. Probably.
It's just on the ice. There's no land there.
I think there is.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll have to double check on that.
But yeah. So that was like, and then we ended up just going somewhere and like to a house or something and drank there. But yeah,
It's hard. It's hard. I was standing at the bar at Ireland's. We got our first couple drinks relatively quick. But then I went to go get our third drinks, and I was standing there, and I could see the people in front of me. They were doing their check. They're about to go. To open a spot at the bar where I can sneak in, get my drinks, get out.
mm-hmm.
And right as they're, signing their name, these three ladies, they come shooting in from the front door.
Yeah.
Like they walked right in. And those people scooched out, and before I could even anything, they're in there. They're in there, and they're not just ordering a drink. They ordered Irish car bomb, which I will say, testament to these three young ladies. They got a true Irish car bomb with a shot in a
Ew.
pint of Guinness, and they chugged all three of them.
That's gross.
One drink.
It's
Irish
like
car bombs are great.
Yeah, you gotta drink them fast, so others they curdle.
They drunk. They did. Oh, it was fast. They put down that pint faster than I think I've ever put a pint down.
Ew.
Yeah,
That's gross.
it was. But it's still impressive feat, especially for the ladies in question. They were quite petite. But then they ordered another drink, and then they're like, they go to the person that now there's a line forming, and they go, can you take a picture with our old school hipster Polaroid camera, which I was jealous of. I'm not judging them for that, but and they take the picture and it shoots the picture out right away, and look you can't edit it. It's not like an iPhone.
I know what it is.
But
yeah.
you can see for our viewer, you can see the picture. It's right away. It's in your hand.
Yeah, Polaroid.
And then their drinks come, and there's this guy behind me, and he says something to me, and they hand him a beer, and he goes, "Well, it pays to be the one that lets him in the door," which means he didn't even charge him the cover fee, and they bought him a drink. So they saved $45 by buying this guy a drink. And then they finally go out of the way, and there's another lady that's behind me, and I can see her. She's juking in, man. She's making moves, and I get my foot in front of her, and she sees that I do that because now I've been standing there for a while. My female friend is been standing over yonder for a while by herself.
You already had your card declined.
No, this was later. The card decline. At this point, I was confident in my monetary situation. And so I scooch my foot in there, and she looks up at me and she goes, "Oh, have you been waiting here long?" And I just want, like, my gut instinct was to be like, "You saw me when you walked up, so."
Yes.
I mean, for a while before that, yes, I have been here for a while.
I've been here at least 3 minutes longer than you.
Yeah. So, and I just but I choked that down. I said, "Yeah, I've been here for a little while. Yeah, since before they were here." But you know what? Go ahead. And I let her go through.
Yeah.
And then another bartender came over to alleviate the line situation. Looks at this lady that I just let in. She's being helped. Zooms eyes right past me to the lady to my right. And goes, "What can I get you?" And I went, "All right." And I went and I tapped out. I went and talked to my what are we gonna say? Special lady friend? Can I?
Whatever you want to call her.
Big Lebowski.
Whatever you want to call her.
And I go, I gotta tag you in on this one. They're not looking at these bartenders. They're not
looking at the
can't
dudes.
get eye contact.
Yeah.
You got the eyes for this. I need you to go and take care of business.
Take my card and cross your fingers.
Yeah, right. How are your sweat glands? Because mine are working overtime.
Yeah. Well, that's
But yeah,
good.
that's it's a great bar adventure always is trying to when it's a packed bar and you're trying to get a beer and it's and I tipped well. I was tipping well, but I kept getting the female bartender. This at this particular junction, it was only the male bartenders in the area, and
Right.
they're not looking my direction.
No, I mean the only reason I got beers was because you know what I how Irish's is. It's a very towny bar in which four people frequent the establishment every night.
Yeah, there's
Um,
four people keeping that place afloat.
there's literally four people keeping that place in business. They're there every single day. They have their designated bar stools. They are the proverbial townie
Yep.
in any small town. They're like the people in The Simpsons at Moe's. That's just essentially what it
They're
is.
from open to close,
Yup,
or some variation of that, and
yep. And um, if depending on when St. Patrick's Day is, there's 2 days in the year that this place makes enough money to keep its doors open otherwise for the year, and that is the Saturday before it's St. Patrick's Day, if St. Patrick's Day is not on a Saturday, and then on St. Patrick's Day, because it's dubbed an Irish bar. It's called Irish's, so obviously
yeah, you got two stops you got to make in
Irish's
that
and Sully's.
Sullivan's, yeah.
Yep.
And most people stop in and go out. I mean, I remember I've been to Irish's on St. Patrick's Day, and every other bar on the main strip. Yes, we have a main strip.
Yeah.
It's very bustling. But every other bar is packed,
Right.
and Irish's is just it's just off the beaten, it's off
Right.
the side.
Right.
And I've gone in there on St. Patty's Day, and it's been like crickets.
Oh, it's
And I go
packed.
like, how is this place like this? Maybe it's a little different now. This is a while, like 10 years ago, but I remember going in there on a St. Patty's Day and going like, how is this not where everybody goes? And it's like they stop in and they go back to the, quote unquote party
Oh
bars.
no, this was packed. You could not,
That's good. I'm glad. Yeah.
and that's my experience every year because this is kind of the tradition we do. The radio station I work for owns the St. Patrick's Day parade. We operate it. I have to do a live remote. I broadcast live and do my this and that. I then have to go announce winners of a race, and then afterwards I make my little walk down and I go to Irish's. I meet them there, and then thankfully one or two people are at the bar that I know, and I say, "Hey, get me one of these. Give me this. Give me this drink," and that's how I get them. I don't pay for them. I get them and I drink it. But yeah, otherwise people are just standing there, and it gets a little uncomfortable because you're
Well,
literally just standing in a crowded room, and
yeah, when that was how it started at Ireland's. It was like we're literally way in the back corner, and I was like, in my head, I'm like, I'm freaking out because like I asked her to come and do this thing that she's never done, like on St. Patrick's Day, which is go to see some tradition, like go to a traditional Irish pub, see some traditional music. Like normally, St. Patrick's Day falls on a work day for her. This is the first time she's been able to go out and whatever. And I'm like sitting there, we're scrunched way in the back, and I'm going like, God, just me and her. This you should have invited some more people as a contingency plan. Like and I'm sitting there like just reeling in my head, going like, all right, come up with some words. What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? Because the band's not playing, they're doing all this stuff. It's crowded. Luckily it all worked out, but my anxieties kicked in there for a minute where I was like, if you're in a crowded bar like that,
mm-hmm.
it's best to be with four people at least
Okay.
in my opinion. It's like otherwise there's a lot of pressure on two people to have a good time in a crowded room when nothing else is happening except for just chatter. Like you need a verbose group of four that you can take over a little area, and that's your acoustical. Maybe I'm making this all up. Maybe you get a barrier going, you get your own little bubble. It's like it's hard to make a bubble out of two. At least that's what I thought. But in reality, it wasn't that bad because me and her get along well, and it didn't matter. And I talk loud, so
Did she have a good time?
probably not. But I had a great time, and that's all that matters. So
Did you
no,
hold did you hold her
she
hand
said, yeah, there were times where I held her hand, I put my arm around her.
in public,
I had
huh?
to, yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Well, hey, there's guys around. She had taken off her green jacket. I had to make sure that I was like, hey, no pinching going on here.
Oh,
I told her if somebody pinches you, if I see it, I'm throwing up dukes. I'm gonna get kicked out of this place.
is that a thing? Pinching?
Yeah, if you're not wearing green,
What?
yeah, you get pinched. It's yeah, if you're not wearing green and you're out on St. Patty's Day, you can get pinched for not wearing green.
Oh,
For
interesting.
women, probably most likely in the ass. That would be my guess.
Yum yum yum.
I used to purposely go out without green on St. Patty's Day. Never got pinched.
In hopes of getting pinched.
Just wanted some physical contact.
You just want that subtle pinch. Like I see you.
Mhm.
I see you not
Yeah,
wearing green.
yeah. I'm paying attention. I acknowledge your non-green existence.
Yeah.
But no, she had a good time. Yeah, we both had. It was a good night.
So when you grow old, and you know, I feel like you and I need to become the townies that keep the bar afloat. Where are we gonna do it, and what type of establishment is it gonna be?
Me, I love a dive bar.
Yeah, I would say.
I don't want some sports bar with a bunch of TVs and I want a dim,
Mhm.
dusty. I mean, it doesn't have to be dusty, but it feels like it's dusty, even
I
when it's
ha- I
not.
had a good time at it's not called Google's anymore, but formerly
Is it?
Google's with the 25-cent skee ball.
Yeah, yeah. That was a good one. For in terms of, well, that's the thing. I used to be an Irish's kind of connoisseur back in the day.
Yeah, I used to be in
Uh,
the
be-
in the circle. You were the fifth member.
I was, yeah, like probably they took a hit when I left.
Yeah.
But because I like that bar because it's got a fireplace and a couch
Mm-hmm.
and it's got a pool table and it doesn't have to be a good pool table, it just has to be a pool table. I liked how they had their beer garden set up out back
I don't
when they
think they have
put
a
it
pool
in.
table anymore,
Well, that's sad.
unless they
What,
just
they put
move
in a
it.
dance floor?
Where else? No, I don't know.
Real happening place? I don't know. But the pool table is always right there. Like, but I it's like main pub was always my main pub.
It doesn't exist anymore.
The frick? What is it now? Did they tear it down or did they just change it again?
They renovated the whole place. It's
Well,
actually
then it's
pretty
no
like
good.
bougie now.
Yeah, no good then. What was down the street from there? It had been
Beer nuts,
no, no, it was closer than Beer Nuts. It used to
Ziggy's,
be Ziggy's, yeah. What was it? And it used to before it was Ziggy's, it was like
Arbuckles.
Arbuckles, and my parents always talk about Arbuckles. I
Yeah,
went to Ziggy's for a while too. I just like those long, thin bars that like where it's like you get the bar. There's no stools and stuff on the backside. You either get a seat at the bar or you're standing next to a table that's attached to the wall until the bar opens up. I like those types of places
yeah.
with either a pool table or a dartboard in the way back.
I feel like the place that I want to frequent maybe has that dive bar ask, but it's got to have stools available for me. I got to be able to sit. I can't be standing in my old age.
That's true. I mean, Tony's has bar stools and tables all over the place, so I mean, it can be done.
So I have to move to California. Are you ever going to move back to Wisconsin?
I don't see that happening. No.
You're just going to stay
Um,
in California?
I mean, until the tsunami hits.
And then you'll be dead.
Well, I mean, I have an escape plan.
From a tsunami?
Yeah.
Was it floaties? The orange wings?
Well, yeah, I got the orange wings and my bike, so I'm gonna use my bike to get as far as I can. And then eventually, once the waves start to overtake me, I'm gonna go from pedaling to this,
Yeah.
to the arm movement. So my
Flailing.
my arms will be solid. They won't be tired, but I'll be further inland, And then after that, maybe I'll just be a looter.
Rob, I'm going to
Trying.
I'm going to predict your future a little bit here.
All right, do
All
it.
right. So I'm seeing you live in Burbank, Los Angeles area. I could see you in 10 years, moving a little north, moving to an area, maybe San Fran, white picket fence.
Call it Ben Lamont, and I'll be on board with
What the
this.
fuck is Ben Lamont?
It's between Santa Cruz area.
Yes. Okay, Santa Cruz. You're going to Santa Cruz. I think in the next 10, you're gonna be married. You're not
Wow.
gonna have kids. You're gonna have a small dog. Yeah, you're gonna have like a Shih Tzu or something like that. And then yeah, that's just it.
And I write the next American novel that nobody reads because print is dead. Or no, that doesn't happen.
Can
Just
I-
a maintenance man in Ben Lamont.
Can I when you write your manifesto or your novel, whatever it is, can I be the guy that does the audiobook?
Oh, you can do the audiobook and the intro.
Yeah.
You can do the prelude.
But in my audiobook there's no edits.
Okay.
I
like that, yeah.
stumble and the reader because like
That's all right. That's all right because when I write the final draft, there's no proofread, so
you're right.
misspelled words stay.
Cuz with like and I don't want to dismiss audiobooks. I listen to audiobooks. It's a better way of me or a better way for me to consume books in my busy life. But you're not really reading it, right? You're taking a little bit of the work out of it.
It's a podcast at that
So we
point.
gotta have some stumbling where you pick up the information that you need to.
Yeah, I like this. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying not the idea of I was just listening to Kurt Vonnegut talk about how writing is a dumb format. Writing a
still
book,
alive?
a novel. What?
Is he alive?
Oh, this is no, I don't think he's alive anymore. But this is old. This is still probably back in the 90s or the 2000s if he was still alive then. Um, he was he was up there in age.
Wow.
But yeah, he was just saying like he was sitting around with a bunch of authors, and he was saying I don't think I would be I don't think I'd be writing novels had I been born 40 years later, 50 years later, or 20 years ago. There's no reason for it. The reason we wrote books is because we're from the the upper Midwest or the northern half of the country where half the time there's nothing to do because there's snow outside, so you write a book. And there's people to read it because they're up there doing with nothing to do, so they got to read. Nowadays, there's TV and movies all the time, and Instagram and all that stuff. And he was just kind of saying like, I think I'd be. Do you think we'd all be script writers? Do you think we'd all have gone into this other medium? And it's an interesting query because in reality, like now, yeah, everybody has streaming on their phone. There's no reason. Like the people who read books are shunned.
Hmm.
They're told they print is whatever. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but it's like it's like there's people have no problem coming out and just going like, I don't read. What's the point of it?
Yeah.
I don't think that you got away with that 30 years ago.
Right. We can be honest. I kind of lost you.
Yeah, yeah, I've been hearing that more and more from people lately, where I'll be talking for a while, and at the end of it, they go, "Yeah, stopped somewhere in there. You really just
In your profound monologue that you just presented. Yeah.
It's good because there was no real information in there. So, which is how most of what I say garners down to there's nothing worth listening to. So like you're smart if you start thinking about your taxes halfway through my sentence. Like, yeah, I guess I got to carry the one there and
Yeah, TurboTax did it all for me. But all right, man. Well, I still have a good amount of this beer left. Again,
next episode I'm gonna get a crazy beer like that with a lot of flavor palettes. I want to do that.
Again, similar to what I said last week, and this just speaks, I guess, the reason to drink these. If you're looking to go out and have fun with your friends, but not get obliterated. Not get in a situation where you have to get an Uber, you have to get a ride home, and then the next morning you got to call somebody to take you to your car. You want a beer like this that I'm going to spend the next 2 hours at this establishment with these people. They're all taking shots, they're all drinking. I have my one beer that is full of flavor, that is got a little bit of kick to it, but it's also going to make me feel the way I need to feel within the legal limits. This is the beer that you want to get. This is something that you want to explore, because you're not going to have a hangover the next day. You're not going to be unproductive. You're going to be able to go do the things that you would do in your day-to-day after one of these. And it's going to last you a long time. This is like the lover that you want, who's going to give you the goods for an extended period of time, and not just one that like you just, it's gone in 3 minutes.
It's not going through the motion.
Right. It's not going through the motion. This is a ride. This is an experience. This is a journey. And it is called Mexican Hot Chocolate Job from Fifth Ward Brewery in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. A delicious, a beautiful barrel-aged imperial stout. You could drink this beer now, or you can save it for later. It says so on the can. I drink it now because I like to live in the moment, Robert. I like to acknowledge the delicacy that is life, right? I might not be.
Oh, I'm sorry, I kind of lost you halfway through there.
I'm and go fuck yourself. You ruined it. You ruined it.
I ruined everything. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you were done. You asked me a question, didn't you? Can we go back? Is this being recorded?
Oh man.
Why do you keep bringing me back to this thing? All I do is interrupt.
You're like, I was on that credit card swipe type of thing, and then you're the machine that says sorry. Anyways, yeah, I'd drink this again.
I'm so sorry about. It's because I'm jealous of your ability to sum up a
Pontificate.
beer. Yeah,
It's a big word.
yeah. Pontificate that's legit.
Been reading the dictionary. All right, what do you got?
Oh, yeah.
How's your baseball lager?
The baseball lager is legitimately exactly what you want it to be, for the opposite reason of what you were saying about your beer. This is the lover you want on a nightly basis.
On game day. This is what you need.
It's better than water
Yep.
in terms of taste, but it's not gonna it almost probably hydrates you as much as it gets you drunk, because it's only 5%. But it's got the flavor. It's a light beer with a good flavor, especially for any festivities that you're doing. You could drink a lot of these, and it's not going to affect you in a terrible way. I highly recommend this beer for days where you don't want to get wasted, but you want to drink a lot.
All
It's
right.
it's a responsible beer drinker's drink, where you want flavor. You want to drink a lot, but you also don't want to have to deal with being super drunk, so you don't want to go full IPA.
Absolutely. Well, make sure you like and subscribe all of our things. We are Dudes with Brews on a Porch, at Dudes on a Porch on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. We're not too active on that. Follow us at Dudes with Brews Pod on Instagram. That's where we are most active. tpublic.com. Search Dudes with Brews. Bundle and get up to 25% off when you buy 4 pins and stickers, or you can get 20% off when you buy 4 or more magnets. We do have some pretty cool merch up in there. Not all of it says Dudes with Brews on the Porch, so if there's an idea that you have and you want me to design it, I will gladly do that for you, and we will get that into a shirt for you. Outside of that, Rob and I are incredibly poor, and we are looking for some money.
Yeah, if you're interested, if you work for Weight Watchers or fantasy sports apps, we've got an idea for you. Just you probably already heard it if you made it this far. Don't steal it. Just know that like I've got the logistics worked out.
We'll be there.
You need us on board for that project.
Yes.